$3 to $5 trillion of tax cuts that you try to pay for, in addition to whatever deficit reduction you have.
So you're not part of the Ronald Reagan school that this spurs economic activity, brings a lot of revenue into the government?
Tax cuts don't pay for themselves. We've got decades of evidence on that fact.
But they do spur growth. They do spur growth, do they not?
Look, they depending which rates they are, they can spur some growth. They do not in any way create a Laffer curve that generates its own revenue.
So you don't think, if you were the president, how much account would you talk about and say a lot of people are making a big deal of this and not a big deal?
I would do something like the grand bargain that the two parties almost did last year. And I hope that they can revisit that and do it in 2013. And I think to do that, you will have to have some revenues, and you will have to have a lot of spending cuts, and you'll have to address entitlements and discretionary and a whole bunch of things.
But they abandoned the debt commission. What makes you think?
Not true.
Well, the president is not done about that. And by the way, Republicans are no better.
I believe that in reality the Republicans were far worse. He didn't do everything.
Well, the president didn't stand behind it all. It's not, I mean, it was his commission.
The president, it was his commission. The Republicans voted in the House unanimously against it, preventing it from being able to certify
That's the
it.
all I remember. But don't you think if the president had been really pushing it and said we're all going to jump off the cliff at the same time, it might have been different?
I don't think so. I mean, the president said, the president embraced $3 of cuts, $1 of revenue, and the amount coming out of the Bowles-Simpson Commission. And it felt to me like the Republicans said, we won't tolerate any revenue. And if you have no revenue, you don't have a balanced plan. That was the whole essence of Bowles-Simpson, and that the president, I think, did.
But it is what it is. You don't think this will be a serious issue for the president to worry about, or will it?
I think it is a serious issue, and I think it will lead the president, most likely, to say, I'm still up for doing a grand bargain if you guys want to do it. And we almost had it. I hope that the two parties could come together and do it.
All right, Austin Wolfe, the president, a former chairman of Economic Advisors. Again, if you just tuned in here, we crossed a milestone today, $16 trillion on what we collectively as a nation owe. It's going to come up in Republican arguments. Are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Paul Ryan has his doubts.
Remember Ronald Reagan talking about Jimmy Carter? Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? Well, you know what? We knew it then, we know it now. They fired Carter, they hired Reagan, and we're going to do the same thing this time.
You know, I think Austin does raise a good point. We've got to stress here, folks, that this is a bipartisan collection of spending hits and misses. You know, we forget that under the last president, it took 8 years to acquire almost $4.9 trillion in debt. Bill Clinton, even though he significantly hacked those deficits in terms of the surpluses, over 8 years, he still had $1.5 trillion more in debt than he had coming in. But he did dramatically cut it down. Bush 41, $1.5 trillion in 4 years. Ronald Reagan, $1.6 trillion in 8 years. Nevertheless, Barack Obama has the distinction, for good or ill, of being the president for whom a third of that was amassed. We're going to be looking at this number and what it means and the political implications just as Democrats kick things off. Is this a number they confront like Austin suggests, or a number they run away from as Republicans charge? We're on it. On a big day, the red came crashing down.
Come here.
At USA Day, we believe honor is not exclusive to the military.